Well, hello there. Welcome to Klein Farm Channel. Today I'm going to make a short video showing how I make French fries. We don't buy the frozen bag of French fries. We buy a bag of potatoes. This is a bag of big potatoes. And these are kind of smaller ones. This is about an average size one, but I normally make them with bigger ones, but these are just for the kids for lunch, so I don't need to have a whole bunch of big potatoes. Then let's pick some out, and if they have the roots on them like this, the eyes on the potatoes, that is perfectly fine. That's how they're supposed to be. That's healthy. That means that they're growing. These are roots. You can plant this potato in the ground and it will grow a whole plant, or you can cut them into a bunch of little pieces and you can plant each individual piece and it will grow a potato plant. So if they have the eyes on them like that, you just slice them right off. It'd be a lot easier if I had a tripod or a stand, but they come right off. And as you can see right where they were, it's perfectly fine. Now you can cut the skin off if you want. I don't. I leave the skin on. But let's cut them down in the shapes of fries. But go over all of them. Make sure you have all the eyes picked off of them, cut off of them. Then you can rinse them off under the sink. Then start cutting them into shapes. Like with these smaller ones here, it's pretty easy to do with one hand. Just get a good sharp knife. And you can cut your fries in whatever shape you want. You can make the steakhouse fries. You can make big potato wedges. I like cutting them small, like Burger King, McDonald's size fries. And I'm not left-handed, so that's why it's a little difficult, but oh well. And you can see, looks like a good little French fry, doesn't it? Then as you get into cutting the bigger potatoes, you'll have just a little bit of skin on it. And like I said, you can cut the skin off the entire potato if you don't want the skin on, but I like the taste of the skin. And really starts to look like a store-bought French fry. Then after you get a big handful, get them all together. And very, very carefully put them into the grease. I would suggest not doing it in a big handful like I just did. That was pretty stupid for me to do it like that, but I'm used to doing it, so. Now, if you do not know how to deep fry, please, please, please research and learn how to do it before you do it yourself. This is a cast iron frying pan. I have lard and vegetable oil in there to fry up with, and it's on medium heat. If you put it up at 7, 8 or high, you're going to have a fire. Trust me, I know from experience. I have videos back in my catalog of when I had a big fire. I had 4 fire trucks show up. But if you have a fire, a grease fire, you never ever put water on it, because that'll make the fire bigger. Now, I don't have a lid for the cast iron frying pan, but this is a lid off of another pan that almost fit. It's about the same size. It fits down over it. And that lid would be able to put out the fire. Or if you don't have a lid for it, baking soda. Pour as much baking soda as you can directly onto the fire and it should put it out. The thing about deep frying, it makes the food taste perfect, better than you've ever had it before, but it is very dangerous if you don't know how to do it right. And this oil is very, very hot. If you drop a piece in there and it splashes back up on you, Believe me, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna be hurting all day long on that little spot where that little thing splashed up on you at. Now this is a better way to do it, putting them in one at a time. And you want a good metal spatula or metal spoon to get the fries out. You don't need to stir. You don't need to stir them. I just separated them because if you put too many in at a time, it's going to take forever to fry them. You want to have a lot of open space in there, because if it's all crowded, it's going to take forever to cook, and they're going to be really soggy when you bring them out. Just wait till they're about golden brown, then you can bring them out. Then when they're about done, you want to get a plate, either a paper plate or regular plate, but put a bunch of napkins down on it. Then you scoop the fries or chicken nuggets or whatever you're frying in on top of the paper towel. If you don't, it's going to be greasy, and there's going to be grease, and it's going to be really runny, and it's going to be very nasty. The paper towel absorbs all the grease, most of it, and keeps them pretty crispy. If you don't want to use a paper towel, you can also put down pieces of bread, and bread works a little bit better than paper towels, but that's here or there. And you want to be very careful when you pick them up. Use a metal, do not use a plastic spatula. Use a metal that will not melt, because this grease will melt a plastic one. And drain as much grease off of it as you can. And put it onto the plate. And just keep doing that until you get them all out. And you want to put some salt and whatever toppings and seasoning you want to put on. I always put salt, some garlic. Yeah, too much garlic. Montreal steak seasoning. Parmesan cheese. And a little bit of vinegar. I just fill the cap and I spread it over it gently. You don't want to have too much, make them soggy. Then for the taste, they're perfect. Very good, very delicious, very healthy. A lot healthier than McDonald's or Burger King, because there isn't any additives into it. Just straight from the ground potatoes. And whatever seasonings you put on top of it. And whatever grease you fry it in. Now if you fry it in fat and lard, makes it a whole lot better and a whole lot healthier. Now if you're doing the bigger potatoes, I always cut them long ways, because if you do them this way, you're just going to have a bunch of little short fries. I like having the long ones. Just cut it right down the middle. Then I just flip them over. And I cut them just in little strips like that. Again, it's hard with one hand. Then I just keep breaking them down. Now they're bigger and thicker. You can leave them like that, about the length of a finger, thickness of a finger, but it will take longer for them to cook. So I break them down even more to about the thickness of a McDonald's fry. And you can also, if you want, you can cut very, very thin this way, very thin, and put them in the frying pan like that, and you can make potato chips. And they are very, very good like that too. Be very careful. I just cut the tip of my thumb off. I'm a professional butcher and meat cutter. I've been doing it for 15 years professionally, and on and off my entire life since I was 5 years old. If I can cut myself, you can cut yourself. Do not rush. Be very, very easy and gentle, and respect the knife. If you don't respect the knife, it's going to bite you. Yeah, look at all that skin that's missing there. I took a big hunk of meat off of there. Whew. Got my Peppa Pig Band-Aid. Always gotta keep something interesting in the videos, keep viewers' attention. Now after washing off the knife and making sure I didn't have any blood or anything, I caught it pretty quick. Make sure there ain't any blood on anything. Cleaned everything up. Gonna put these fries in the pan. Now a smart way to put things into the oil is like this. That is a much better way than how I did it earlier by hand, and I highly recommend you doing it this way. Using your hand to put them in is not very safe or smart. Now this is about the maximum level of fries you want in the frying pan at one time. It's going to take a little bit longer to cook because of how many are in here, but it'll be alright. Now for the nitty gritty. A 10-pound bag of potatoes from the grocery store. This ain't even the whole bag. This is a half a bag. Like, it's half empty. A 10-pound bag from the grocery store. I don't know the prices exactly. That's around $5 for a bag of potatoes. And you can get a great big 50-pound bag for fairly cheap. All these fries I just made, that'd probably be around $20 worth of fries at McDonald's. And I used 4 potatoes out of a 10-pound bag that cost less than a large fry from McDonald's. So, if you got time, it doesn't take that long. Just cut them up yourself, buy the whole bag, make your own fries at home. And they're significantly cheaper than frozen bags of fries as well. So, good thing to save money on. Very easy to do, and it makes you feel like you accomplished something as well. There's a very good feeling in when you do something yourself homemade. Makes you feel good, makes you feel like you did something. Now if you do have a whole lot of them in the pot at once, you can mix them up a little bit. That way they get more evenly cooked. But you don't want to mess with it too much. These horns right here are off of my first truck I ever had. It's a Binky there and a knife sharpener on that side and a rose up on top. And one of my favorite pictures from about 3 years ago. It's my old Farmall H at my old house in Pennsylvania. And the horns are off this truck right here, my 1996 F350 dually with the 7.3 Power Stroke turbo. I was about 17 or 18 in that picture there. I don't have that truck anymore. It was sold out from under me by a very evil person after I graduated high school. But I still have the horns. I'll never get rid of them. Now, depending on how crispy you want them, these could be done or they couldn't be done. You can let them in until they get really dark brown and hard, or you can get them out now. Right now it looks kind of firm, but after you'd put it on the plate, that'd get kind of floppy. Oh, they're about done for us, so I'm gonna start bringing them out. Just be very, very careful when you're doing this. That way you don't burn yourself. But make sure you get all the grease off of it you can. Just hold it very gently to the side just a little bit so the grease falls out. But if all them fries fall out and the grease pops up, it's gonna burn you. Got all the seasoning again. I use salt, Montreal steak seasoning, Parmesan cheese, and vinegar, and garlic powder. Well, that's my video. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Have a great day.